Hi everybody, welcome back to another Wellness Wednesday. So happy that you are here. I hope that you are doing well and enjoying your holiday season. I am probably like most of you, either in the camp of, wow, how are we already here? Or, wow, this has taken so long. I think it's every one of those days where you have days that are so long and, the months are so short. That whole weird time thing. But I wanted to come on today and just share with you, I had a therapy session this week that really was fantastic. It was one of those where I had kind of those holy feeling of, wow, I am so surprised something like this hasn't come forward to me, or just really showing and proving to me not only that I still really get a lot out of therapy, but that I am continuously improving myself by having therapy, but just by doing the daily things that I am doing to take care of myself, my body, my mind, my soul, all that jazz. And really it just had to deal with a lot of understanding that abuse can come in many different forms and many different facets. And I think for me, I probably, like most people, think of abuse really only coming from someone who is a significant other. And it doesn't just have to be a significant other. It can be other people in your life that cause the same amount of stress or anxiety, pain, whatever it may be. And really for me, I went through something, especially, it was more like 3 years ago here, that I really, which is crazy to me as I think about it and say it now, is I was in a place where I wasn't feeling anything. I was in a place of where I completely shut down my emotions, my care, everything about life I completely kind of shut off, which is crazy to me to think about because I see myself now and just the leaps and bounds of difference between who I am this moment comparatively to that girl. And I really just take that, and I am so grateful and I am so humbled, and I really just feel very empowered in knowing that when you take time to take care of yourself and you take time to go to therapy if you need therapy, take care of your body if you're looking to improve, either your wellness in what you're eating, how you're exercising, building muscle, whatever it is, I think it is so important to give yourself the credit that you are due and to really acknowledge where you've come. And for me, when I look back at 1 year, I think about, wow, 2020 was a very difficult year for many people for obvious reasons. But I am so grateful for this year, and I feel so lucky that I have been able to grow as much as I have within this year. And I really think I have done tremendous amounts of work. And when I learned that I was pretty much being abused by 2 people in my life in the time that I consider to be the worst year of my life, I had this moment and this realization of, why am I so hard on myself? Why do I beat myself up so much? Why do I criticize myself so much? And it's really shocking to me how much I have grown and changed and come ahead of something that was so difficult and so hard for me to go through and live through. But I find that when I'm able to have something like therapy help to shine a light on what was really going on in my life, it helps me to validate myself and validate my feelings, and just makes me feel a little bit more whole. It's almost like figuring out my whole story, figuring out everything that had happened, because I've mentioned it before, when going through abuse, a lot of the time it is traumatic experiences and your mind shuts off a lot of what is going on to try to obviously save yourself from the traumatic experience that is happening. And that definitely happened to me, and I have a very hard time remembering a lot of that worst year And when I think about it now, not only was I being abused by one person, but it really was being abused by two people at once. And the amount of me that was being extremely abused and used is just breathtaking in obviously not a great way, but just in a mind-blowing way. And I still sit here and am kind of in awe of learning this as I really let it sink in and I let it be at peace with who I am. Because I would have never changed to this extent that I have without those instances happening. So I am not at a place where I wish that the abuse didn't happen. And that's a weird place to be, because of course I don't want this for anybody, and I wouldn't want to wish this upon anybody or myself. But I know that without those things happening to me, I would not be as healthy as I am now. I would not be as positive as I am now. I wouldn't be able to go through all these things of being stuck at home, going through a pandemic, and looking at things in the worst light. I look at things in the best light that I can. And I think for me, it is just so healthy. And it makes me truly excited for the year to come, for the next couple years to come. I really am feeling like I am climbing up this mountain and I am really getting somewhere. I am going somewhere. And of course, please don't think that I don't have the times where I fall back and I cry and I feel bad or I feel depressed or whatever it is. We will always have the ups and downs in what we think is success. But when you look back at a year, 2 years, 3 years, when I think of where I was 3 years ago comparatively to now, it proves that if you are able to get help, that I implore you to get help and to find somebody out there who may be able to help you or that you can confide in, because you can change your life. It is possible. And especially if you have therapy and family and friends or loved ones or people that are there to help support you, it really is amazing at what you are able to accomplish. And when you see yourself succeed, you want to start to see other people succeed as well and wish the good things upon others. And that is all that I want. As you carry into this next year of 2021, try not to be bogged down by all of the difficult times that came within this year or maybe coming into the next year, because we are still living in a pandemic. We still will be for a long time. And it is important to be realistic about things and to be caring for everybody in this time, but try to live in more of that positive light and let yourself breathe in the good things and exhale the bad things. You wake up every morning with a fresh start. So try to take that fresh start with all that you can and embrace it and grow with it and be a better person because of it. So this was just my little aha moment of, I think therapy is helpful for anybody and everybody, no matter where you are, what you are doing, what you are going through in life. There is something that can happen because of therapy. And I've been doing therapy now for probably close to 2 years. And I still am able to get so much out of it. Granted, I went through obviously extremely traumatic situations, but still, I think regardless of who you are as a person, therapy is something that can really, really help you. So that's my little TED Talk for today. Thank you again so much for being here. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night or wherever you are and whatever you may be doing. I hope you are able to do something you love every single day. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Bye.